Good evening. We got ourselves a game here against Hill CX from Brazil. We both seem ready to play a fairly quick opening. That's good. And he's played a very early b3, so already committing to bishop b2 kind of a setup. I'm going to take the opportunity to develop this bishop, which ordinarily would always come with the penalty of queen b3 threatening here, but now it doesn't. So I feel this is solid, and I'm gonna just add an extra layer of brick here. I want this d5 to be a rock solid to keep that bishop at bay by his own pawn. And I'm not going to be too afraid of this knight hop yet, but very soon I might be. Very soon I might be. I want to consider it actually now, how to handle that. Yeah, I don't want him to capture here now. I feel it's not such a great setup. I don't want to invest a move in this if he's going to play here anyway, either. Okay. So at least we didn't waste a move with h6. Now we can consider if we want to be the first ones to capture or change the angle. Changing the angle is the most kind of move that I would make. Yeah, so we're just kind of beating around the bush here in the opening. Neither side is really doing anything phenomenal. Neither side is pushing the envelope. And yeah, what do we have? What is our plan? See, he's not going to capture here. Let's just forget about that. Well, this seems the most natural. Okay, so he did capture here ultimately, but not in the situation where I can capture back with this pawn, which would have released this knight into its typical good square, but now the setup is different. The structure is a bit different. We've got this kind of tick mark. It's a more defensive structure, but it allows our pieces to line up quite well for a kingside attack, I would say. And a move like this seems so incredibly slow. Okay, his idea is to build this kind of some bullshit over there, some bullshit idea. Uh, Let him do it. Don't mind it too much. Or can he come all the way here too and then come here? Yeah, he can do that as well. Yeah, he can. Sure, okay. So let's go here. I have a feeling the queen doesn't need to be behind the bishop anymore. Unless he would play a move like g3 and then I could sacrifice the bishop. So that's not happening here. Instead, this is a strange move. This is a strange move. And I'm going to play this because he can't capture now. The bishop is a loose piece that actually he can't defend easily, although he does have counterplay in the form of queen check, then threatening a mate, which if I try to defend, then he's got the knight check here, winning my queen. So he's got some crazy counterplay actually, which he didn't probably recognize, so he instead went here, and now what should I do? Should we just try to simplify the game? Take away the pieces? Or should we try to build an attack? Queen here. Queen here is quite powerful. It's not super powerful. What about if he does something like this? We want him to do that, right? Yeah, we want him to do that. So we want to goad him into making a mistake of some kind. Oh, now he can actually still capture here. Well, maybe we can make the argument that our advanced pawn here will give us a favorable pawn structure. But it's unclear because he gets to play this kind of move. So we would love to put some cement right in the middle. We would love to be able to capture with a pawn like this. Pawn like this does give him counterplay. Yeah, he's got this counterplay trick at many points in the game now. I did something wrong there. But probably I'm going to keep the game towards a more drawish end here. Should we keep the bishop on the board and try to angle for an attack? I think that sounds principled here because his king is a little bit vulnerable. His king is a little bit vulnerable and my pieces are still well pointed. And with the pawn here, it's harder for him to defend because his knight can't come to its prime defending square. But it's still not impossible to defend a few moves like this and he should be fine. But we can exert a lot of pressure and I think that's what we're going to do here. We have to manage this one first. He's coming with this whole setup there. Should we in? Okay, let's basically defend against it laterally. See if he really wants to push the envelope. If he commits a lot of resources towards this one, okay, he's still pushing it anyway. Good for him. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna, okay, change the plan a little bit now. We'll probably just take the extra pawn and come here. Uh, it's a bit dodgy. Or what if we just ignore this whole thing and come in for that more aggressive approach? Let's do that. Let's get aggressive instead. Let's go bishop here so that at least we get some play against him. I think now though we have to start protecting these very, very, very loose pieces. This bishop especially. We're keeping him around as a floater, but it's not an easy job. Now we just continue to put the probing pressure though on his position here, and also defend a very critical square. We've still got the principles working in our favor. Remember, trust in principles of chess, and it won't let you down. The game is justice. The game is fair. That's what's great about it, is it's a fair game. And if you trust in the game, and if you trust in yourself, you can do amazing things. Trusting yourself means to be able to trust that you'll find the tactical blows that you need to clinch the game or whatever. Yeah, but he's playing very well defensively. He's got everything covered. So we're gonna just put a few little twerps around in the air now, just to keep it a little bit bouncy, especially as we go down to the 3-minute mark here. Okay, something feels very off, but what? Okay, maybe nothing. Knight here is potentially interesting. Could have been potentially interesting for him. I'm not seeing that killer blow, unfortunately. And now I'm down to 2 minutes, so I have to speed up. And he's played that move, then finally, just like I said, he should have. Okay, so we're losing a very critical piece in a critical juncture in this game. And he's going to be able to come in here and hold it all together, so we won't get even that compensation. But we'll get knight activity. And yeah, now we've got to change our stripes a bit. We're going to change our flavor. We're behind in the position, but we want to win. And we do believe we can win and should win. It could be worthwhile to even clip the queen off, but I'll keep the pressure going just to make sure that he has to think about stuff. I don't want him to play a quick, easy game. I want him to be worried about all sorts of crazy threats all the time because he's playing very defensive right now. I don't want him to suddenly free up. Like he's trying to free up here, actually. If you go to see, he is trying to free up. Now we're going to make him think like, yeah, I'm coming for you. We're going to try to counterattack a little bit. It's psychology, a little bit of psychology. Yeah. So both of us have, he just blundered. That's sad. It was a good game. He still's got some bite left, I guess. Yeah. Oh, he's got. Bishop here gives him a lot of scope from a lot of different spots. Knight is definitely a loose piece, and we can consider keeping him around there as a kind of weird decoy, or we can even jump him in. Uh, I think jumping him in makes some sense, but not much. Let's take off one pair of rooks to just wobble his back rank a little bit, and then put the other one here so that we put some pressure from these angles. Oh, I could have done this. What an amateur, man. Anyway, so we'll deliver queen check. Okay. I'm going for a simplification because something didn't work in my plans, and now it's too late to try to fix it. Oh, that's a big blunder. All right, good game, sir. Good game. Okay. He was all friendly and stuff, so now I got to play again. I don't have all night, man. This is gonna be the last one. Right. So at least we're playing the opening fast. That's good. Hmm. Now we are putting a lot of pressure on his position here. The opening. I think he's got a few too loosey goosey setup here. Bishop there feels very good. I have to remember I haven't even castled, so let's get real. Let's not muck it up. Let's castle. Let's probably try to get the queen in here. Yeah, this bishop is so annoying, man. Okay. He found some sort of an innovative approach, though. So credit to him for that. We played the bishop in its lovely defensive square here, where it's holding the center intact. And now just circle back with the bishop. It's done its job. Now we keep him for the next project, which is defending the queen's invasion. Maybe. You always want to have flexible plans. Yeah, you can see he's already planning to get his knight back. So let's not rush into that plan. Now we'll come with a slightly different angle of attack, but ultimately achieving the same end. Let me think about this. Yeah, we should first do the rook, then bishop. Because now we force a question to this, and it's not a comfortable one. Because if he comes here, then we get bishop with a lovely tempo, and that'll be knights out. But if he goes knight back here, then we gotta start again in terms of. And then we have queen here, and then he has the other knight here defending the mating square. It's a bit complicated, but yeah, he has gotten busted here, I think, positionally. And I spoke too soon. Fuck me, man. How could I play that so quickly and not just bother to double check? Ugh, so annoying. So it's an even game. We don't have any advantage any longer, really. Although now that he moved his king there, we may as well take the stab. It seemed to be pretty powerful, actually. Okay. And we can just trade off a bunch of pieces. That's not great either. We have to hold the pawn. That's the most important thing. And we can't actually defend like this because the sack is on for him. So this is a tricky position, actually. This is a very tricky position. Okay. So through that method of thinking, we decided that we've got to defend it with the knight, since that's the only way we can keep the queen on this file. and therefore defend the bishop without needing to move it away. He's continuing to kind of attack and attacking in a backranky, aggressive way here. This is very aggressive attack. And the attack is on because he's still planning that sack. So we get the king here, and it's out of the line of a potential check as well. So that should be good. But now he's pinning it this way. We maybe don't mind any of this because ultimately his pieces are his queen, especially, is quite offside. It's an offside queen. Oh, he's planning a surprise attack on my queen here. Goodness me. This naughty boy. This very naughty boy. Good attack. Good attack. I'm impressed with his play. It seems he's pretty decent with tactics. He must be pretty decent. What do we do now? If we defend it? Okay. I think I managed to hold it all together. If he doubles up knight here, should hold it all together. I hope. But yeah, I reckon the position is relatively even. But if I manage to weather the storm, then the table should turn fairly quickly. But it can also turn in the opposite direction. You know, if he comes in here, queen check, all of a sudden things can start to get really messy. But we wouldn't allow that, I guess. Or would we? Gets really messy. Okay, let's have a look at his CX's profile since he was so friendly. Let's be friends. Okay, I can even add him as a friend. And just check out his profile. He's only got 2 friends. And he's joined recently. No wonder he's so friendly. He thinks chess.com is a friendly place. He was new. Okay, let's keep the illusion alive for now. Okay. Uh, something. a surprising move. Whenever you see something surprising, it's easy to have overlooked something. Capturing the bishop is not the right idea. Can't be. I think we will go with the. Oh, shit. I blundered. Didn't I blunder? I blundered. Blundered, but I might still have a fighting shot. Am I a piece down here or what? I'm a piece down. That's no good. That's going to be very hard to handle, actually. The, the game is close to over. If he just takes the knight, it's going to be hard to not get the queens traded, and then I'm just one rook versus a rook and a knight, which is very hard to handle, especially since my whole pawn majority is all on the side where his. So let's hope he takes the pawn instead. That's what we're doing. We're playing on a hope, Obama style. He's tempting me into that shit. He takes it with check. The game's pretty much over. The only thing I guess we got going for us is it's a blitz game. So we can still be kind of disgraceful and win this game on time. He's only got 2 minutes left. He thinks chess.com is a nice friendly place. We're gonna spoil the party, I'm afraid. That's what we're gonna try to do. And we've got to play a bit slow to do this right. We've got to play a little bit slow. Just a little bit slow is the way to go. Okay, he's playing it very patiently. Okay, if he's playing patient down there, we should play aggressive up here. So we should actually try to get some back rank shit going on here. Are we trying to hustle him? Yes. He's only got 1 minute left now. I wonder if he still believes in chess.com being a friendly place. Shall I say GG at the end of it? Hey, good game, man. Hey, good game, man. It was tough game. Yeah, we want to pretend like we're still gonna be threatening mate and shit. Let's keep the king a little bit back to manage the queening defense coverage. Let's ask him to prove his defense. Let's block that. I don't know about this. Yeah, busted, man. It's totally busted. He's got me hands down. But time will tell whether he plays the. See if he does the last mistake. It's still a loss, but maybe we'll get away with a draw. Pathetic draw. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I don't know. He should manage it. I mean, if he's 2100 or 2000 level even, he should be managing these. But I'm not going to make it that easy. Hey, no, good games, bro. I gotta go to sleep. Night, yeah. Added you as a friend, man. Chess.com.